22 and Charleston White finally sat down to have a conversation on camera after beefing online for years. Now, this conversation was hostile from the very beginning, and Charleston accused Adam of being something I don't think any man, especially any white man and business owner with black employees, want to be. Before we get the video started, this video is through now and make proper you could ever to get theorists, which I signed up.
I almost forgot that I was dealing with a pretty hardcore conspiracy theorist, which I just was watching.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, I was just watching you talking to Sean Cotton about how the world is flat and all this stuff. So.
I never said the world flat. I said the world round.
Okay, he actually said that he thinks
I believe the world round.
No, he thinks the moon landing is fake. You guys both agree that space is fake.
I didn't say space was fake. I said I think the ocean is space.
That space is the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay, what do y'all think? Do y'all think space is fake and the moon landing was just a stage? And do y'all think the actual space is ocean since only 5% of the ocean has been explored? I mean, let's keep it a buck. If y'all like the conspiracy theory, let me know in the comments below.
To me, I feel like you're kind of doing a disservice to your overall message by saying stuff like that.
I don't have a message. I don't have a message.
Well, you do whether you want to or not.
I've never had a message. My message was...
The culmination of everything you say is your message.
Hey, y'all, I'm a character. This is not the real me. I want to take y'all back to my second Say Cheese TV interview. I said, say, man, it sounds like y'all falling for the macking in the conversation. I'm just playing a character. Half the I say I don't mean or believe.
But isn't that something for you to just kind of fall back on when you find yourself in unfriendly territories as a podcaster?
I've touched millions. I stay in unfriendly territory and ain't nobody done nothing. I intentionally disrespect dead people, kids. So ain't nobody, everybody I done disrespect, I done been in their face and I never bow down.
Right.
I told y'all I'm playing a character.
But when you take on your more extreme stances like that,
I'm making millions.
Right, but like, you know, making fun of somebody's dead kid. Like,
I do make fun of it. But what you gonna do about it?
But see, that's not good because what do you mean? What are you gonna do about it? There's, like I always say, what goes around comes around. You live by the gun, you die by it. If you gonna live by disrespect the motherfuckers, one of them motherfuckers is gonna disrespect you and in your life sooner or later. Now, I don't want nobody's life to end, but you do gotta realize, bro, not everybody is to be played with and not everybody is with this internet shit. And it's like, yeah, you can get away with it for so long like criminals, but at the end of the day, eventually that shit gonna catch up to you if you keep on doing it. Like, this ain't cool at all. I'm gonna just be honest.
I made fun of your dead fucking kid. What you gonna do?
Well, I could do that too, but what do I gain from that?
But what you mean?
What do you gain from that?
You like to make fun of dead kids?
I love it.
But how do you justify that?
Easy. Same reason white people justify slavery. And
not this white person.
This was a mistake by Adam going down this rabbit hole. Adam had Charleston White back up against the wall. Charleston White like confessed and admitted that nothing that comes out of his mouth he believes.
Right.
He also was about to die on a hill of disrespecting people's dead children. Adam had him on the wall, cornered. Evil. There's nowhere like Charleston White could have went. But Charleston White was able to bait Adam into a conversation that Adam could have win, and Adam took the bait. So what proceeds to happen now was Charleston White strategically now put Adam back against the wall and forced Adam to take the side of being in favor of private prisons, which is just absurd and crazy. And I don't even think Adam like supports private prison because Adam is Adam is a really liberal guy. I don't think Adam really supports private prisons, right? If he gives it more thought, right?
Shit, you never know.
Adam was put in a position where he had to defend private prisons. Once he got Adam to take a position in defending private prisons that's just indefensible, that 99.9% of the people watching this video disagree with, once he got Adam to take a position that's so unfavorable, he now pivoted. He accused the people running private prisons of damn near being slave owners because the 14th Amendment does say that, that slavery is illegal unless it's in a prison. So once he got Adam to take that side now, he was then able to quickly maneuver and start accusing Adam of being like-minded and similar to the slave owners who run in private prisons, which was then easy to get off because Adam just spent the last 5 minutes defending private prisons. Yo, Adam is a really, really, really smart guy. So for Charleston White to pull this off on Adam, I'm impressed.
I ain't gonna lie. I never knew that it was illegal. Like, I know that obviously it's illegal for slavery, but I didn't know that if it's in prison that it's not illegal. So that basically is slavery. What the fuck? You learn something new every day. But what I do want to say is, instead of prison, right? We all know they make money off the shit, so it's not gonna stop. But here's an idea. What if we created some type of facility where they go to these places they insert a chip or, you know, and have them or just have them go through an experience in a quickly time manner. You know what I mean? Where in their mind they think it's going on forever, but the shit only was probably for like 15, 20 minutes, you know? And for the people who actually murder people and they are evil, then they get put to bed. Like they get put to rest. So I just feel like things could be so much simpler. And I know we got the technology for it. We just got to do the shit, in my opinion. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that.
This dude is slick.
Well, you make an observation.
But white people also eliminated slavery in America.
No, they didn't.
Well, yeah, they did.
No, they did.
Yeah, we had a whole war.
No, they didn't. They didn't eliminate slavery.
Well,
you must don't know the 14th Amendment. Okay, dumbass. You didn't pay attention.
Slavery. What?
Adam, for you to say some shit like that, fool, I'm not gonna pause it that much, but this is insane, bro. Like for you to say that white people ended slavery when they began slavery, that is fucking hypocritical and insane. Like they did not end slavery, and I'm not gonna go on a rant about it. I want to see what Charleston White have to say about it, and if I disagree or agree, I'll let you know.
Was a thing, and then slavery stopped being a thing, and the X factor in between that was a war in America.
No, it wasn't. That was over states' rights. That wasn't over slavery.
Right, states' rights to have slaves.
No. It wasn't over states' rights. That was over the states saying the federal government can't tell us anything. Had nothing to do with slaves.
Right, but slavery was kind of the biggest issue in that regard.
No, it didn't. It had nothing to do with slavery. It had states' rights. The same thing we're fighting over now. The federal government can't infringe upon no states' rights. Had nothing to do with slavery. Why? Because slavery was never abolished, except you've been duly convicted of a crime. Maybe you should read the 14th Amendment.
You really want me to do this?
I'm asking you to.
He getting on ChatGPT. I'm dead.
Slavery was abolished, except.
Hey, we got to the point where motherfuckers cannot be wrong, fool. They have to get on ChatGPT just to check and correct. You feel me? Like, this is funny, and it's crazy because I've experienced this. A motherfucker will say something, and I ain't gonna lie, myself will get on ChatGPT, motherfucker, and check just to verify. Like, this is crazy.
You've been duly convicted of a crime.
Yeah. Yes, chattel slavery was legally abolished in most countries over the 19th and 20th centuries. I didn't even narrow it down to the U.S.
He said most countries. American slavery, the 14th Amendment abolished slavery except what? You've been duly convicted of a crime.
It was abolished through the 13th Amendment.
Duly convicted of a crime. Go to the 14th.
Right, but I don't think that the fact that we have prisons necessarily takes away from the fact that we abolish slavery, right? I mean, prisons offer a different role in society, and every country has prisons.
So why do they have private prisons?
Because
with private investors who make money off free labor.
Because they think that private corporations are able to provide these services more efficiently.
They don't think. I would suggest you go back and read your amendments, huh?
Right. But
so you have private prisons. So why is the private industry and why is prison on the stock market?
But why are private enterprises able to perform almost every task in business more efficiently than government-owned corporations? Like,
hold on, prison is on the stock market? I did not know that. Like, see, these are the things that people don't know if you don't do your research or just on the internet and just intrigued about certain situations, fool. I am going to probably do a breakdown, or I'm going to do my research on this shit, because I did not know that prison specifically is a stock. That is crazy.
Just take my word for it. I'm telling you guys, Adam does not support private prisons, all right? Adam is my homie. I've known Adam for about 4 years now. Adam's values and beliefs in real life do not represent or align with what private prison stands for. Just take my word for it, man. At some point in this video, he does say that he doesn't support private prisons, but after you spend 5 minutes defending private prisons, you can't really get that off, right? Like, nobody is listening to you saying, I don't support private prisons when you spend 5 minutes supporting it, right?
Right.
But Charleston White, once he got Adam to take that position, Charleston White then compares the no-jumper business model to the private prison business model. And then once he points out the similarities, he then says, well, if this business model is similar to yours and the owners of this are slave owners, then how are you not a slave owner? I do think Adam defended his position really well. I think Adam, for the most part, if Adam was not a smart guy, Adam would have gotten like steamrolled and washed.
Yeah.
But he defended his position really well. But nonetheless, you could tell he was still really annoyed, you know, because nobody wants to be called like a slave owner and have their business compared to a slave plantation.
I mean, all right, I'm going to say this real quick and I'm going to let the video play. All right. If you think about it, a lot of businesses in today's now and age are technically like slavery. Think about it, because You go in at a certain time, you get off, they tell you what to do. Oh, sit here, do this. What's your name tag? If I don't like you, you're fired, or I don't want you here, disciplinary action. Like, it might not be in the physical realm, like beating, but mentally, it kind of is.
Like, don't you think McDonald's is better fit to serve cheap burgers than if the U.S. were to like create their own burger chain? And I'm not necessarily defending private prisons. I'm just saying it's logical why they exist.
You just said, how does slavery goes into the prison system? Slavery has to do with what?
No, I actually think they're two totally different things.
Free labor, right? Slavery is free labor.
Yeah.
Right.
For somebody making money. So you have the government, you have the sheriff department, you have the state who owns prisons, right? And they put people to work. You paying your dues. You pay your dues to society. Why did the private industry, private sector of business get into the prison and take it to the stock market, where slaves was once on the stock market?
Probably
before
the
there
same
were stocks, there were slaves.
It's the same reason that people choose to use UPS instead of the Postal Service.
Well, like the typical white boy. Let's go to the next question. I see how you're looking at it.
But what am I saying that's wrong? Private corporations are able to provide services more efficiently than the government.
So I went to school to study law at Texas Wesleyan University. It's a reason why they put except in there. And there's a clause. It's a reason why there's a clause in except. It's not abolished. That's why it's except in there. So there's no reason to keep arguing with a fool that don't know what he know. The niggas that work on your podcast are slaves. They work for pennies and crumbs.
Well, they get paid and they can leave at any time.
They get paid for crumbs.
They get paid and they can leave at any time.
You're their slave master.
Those are kind of the biggest factors of slavery, is that you're not getting paid and you can't leave.
Comparing niggas coming to podcasts for 2 hours a day for about 3 days a week to what slaves went through, I think is an insult. And I think Adam got it down packed. It can't be slavery if they were getting paid and they were free to leave.
Yeah.
Like, slaves worked for free.
And I ain't gonna lie. One thing I can say about Adam's business is I've seen vlogs where people will be there and it seems like his workers, they can smoke, drink, they can vibe, have fun, and do their job. There ain't nothing wrong with it. I think it's kind of a good business model the way Adam have it. And I feel like if more businesses will be more freely and not be strict on the clothes that you wear, you can't do this here, blah, blah, blah. I think businesses would thrive more and more people would love to come to work and not feel like it is slavery or mentally draining in that sense. You feel me?
And they were literally like property. They couldn't leave, right? They were literally objects of property.
Yeah.
Right. So no, I don't feel like you can compare podcasting to slavery, right? Like that's not even close. Now, even if you want to use it in like colloquial terms, like people love to say, oh man, like some people up there is getting paid $150. That might sound bad to a lot of people, but think about it for a second, okay? If somebody who nobody knows is completely irrelevant, you know, because most people that Adam give an opportunity to has never been heard of before No Jumper. So you bring somebody who's never been heard of, they come to No Jumper, and you pay them $150 per show.
Right.
To come and podcast for 2 hours. So they're getting paid $75 per hour, and they have the opportunity to make their own content and do whatever they want to do outside of working at No Jumper. They could work a full-time job, which I would hope they are working a full-time job if you're getting paid $150 a show. Mm-hmm. So, right, they could work a full-time job as well. So I don't think paying somebody $75 per hour, to me, is slavery. Like,
it's kind of like an opportunity for you to be able to market yourself and boost your platform, if you get it. You get what I mean? Like, you shouldn't go to No Jumper solely thinking, oh, I want to be known from No Jumper being a podcast. No, you should be like, okay, I'm finna go to No Jumper. I'm finna get a little traction going, build my brand, make my money, and venture off. That's the whole point. It's like a partnership deal. You feel me? So I don't think of it as no slavery, not Adam shit.
Like, to me, that's, you know, that's a very good wage, bro. If I'm Adam, man, some dudes, I'm not paying. Man, listen, man, the cloud is your payment. That's how I'll run it for some dudes. You feel me? So no. And I think, Adam was able to walk Charleston White down. That Charleston White was able. Charleston White like quickly pivot, right? And I think Adam like caught the W here because Charleston White quickly pivoted from slavery, which is very harsh, to now they're just indentured servants.
I just think really Charleston White was just trying to find a way to win the argument, and the whole time Adam is a very intelligent guy. I mean, he built a multi-million-dollar business, and he really wasn't going for it. He fell for it, but then he pivoted back. But yeah, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this topic down in the comments down below. I don't think it's really that serious, but the slavery part and certain things, they both made some valid points. Anyways, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.